Good morning, everybody. It's been a little while since we've been on Vaanced's account. I don't know, like 3 weeks at this point. Well, I've been on it, but I just haven't shown his progress. We're going to get into that today. I will say that the last time we did one of these episodes, for the first time, my subscriber growth for the video was negative, um, which anybody else would be like, maybe people aren't interested in seeing this. But somehow I find the fact that when I talk about Vanced, who is somebody who's very inefficient in the game and has a reputation, people are thrown off by it and are like, oh, no. That is just hilarious to me. And with each negative, I would post on Discord because I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Um, I will say that today we do have some interesting progress, and I had held off on doing an episode until I had what I thought were like parallels to the real game for players who maybe don't care about, a player who is struggling and has a not great account. So we're going to call this one Vaanced and the Giant Peach. There. So we've got Vaanced account here and freshly logged in for the day. It is Wednesday of the first Conquest week. Let's see if he's... Ooh, he has done something. That is actually quite the surprise. And he has progress on a feat, which is on its own just really, really interesting. Yeah, we'll run a battle for him. Why not? We'll run a difficult one. Look at that, Vanced. Even with your account, I can knock out these clones. Let's get through this because I do have important things to talk about today. There we go. Excellent. And progress on his episode quest. So Vanced, I think it was last week, unlocked Jabba, which is very exciting. And you'll notice that Jabba is at gear 10. And he's had him for about a week, if not longer. We're halfway through his ultimate guide. And what's funny is that the day that he unlocked Jabba, I went in to apply the Zetas, and I could only apply 2 of them because he had like 30,000 credits, which is insane to me, to be this poor at this moment. So I've given him instructions in the guild store with his MK1. Anytime he sees credits for MK1, nothing else, to purchase those. And when I say nothing else, I don't mean not buying anything else here. I just mean don't buy them with any other material. Just every time you pop into the store, MK1 credits, right? With the shift from the old raid system, which is now like 3 years old, that kind of became a vital thing for players who are not at the very, very top game. And we are going to spend a little bit of this for him just so that when his raids and everything finish, we do not want him capping out. So let's do some of that. And we just want to prepare him for a world where he's going to need some high level relics. He has been using his materials, which is nice. Okay, good. He used to have like 30,000 of that. And I have been banned from using any of these materials because he believes he can be more efficient than I can, but that's okay. It is his account. We're not going to buy anything with that yet. Now, when it comes to Jabba, and I did promise some important information today, we have this command on Discord. It's question mark Vance, and it's basically just a list of things he shouldn't do on his account because of a question he has asked. Right? So he'll ask me a question, and we'll go, "Oh, please, God, no! Please don't do that ever." And that list just gets increasingly longer and longer and longer over time. And I actually do need to add one to that because he had gotten upset with me about using tons of his currency. And he had suggested that it made more sense for him if he had all of the shard shop currency that he used to have if he had bought all the materials to get Jabba to his ultimate. And I had begged him, I was like, please, Vance, even if you had the shard shop currency, it doesn't make sense to do that. Now, here's the important concept. When I got Ahsoka, I did do that. I did purchase ultimate tokens with shard shop currency, but I also have a 13.2 million account, and there's very few things in the shard shop that I need. For somebody like Vance, who still only has a gear 10 Jabba and can't advance that Jabba any further in any meaningful way, getting him to his ultimate is not going to fundamentally speed up anything within his journeys, right? And that's the super important thing that players sometimes make a mistake with is they see one gate, okay? So like, let's just say it's Kyrotech right here. And they go, hey, if I solve this Kyrotech gate in the short term, I'm winning. But then they solve that Kyrotech gate and there's something bigger that's holding them back. And in Vance's case, that ends up being Jabba's ultimate and Jabba's ultimate currency, where he, one, doesn't even really have great mods. We kind of, just threw mods on Jabba, and this was the best that we had. So he doesn't have great mods. He doesn't have the gearing to be able to bring him up. Having his ultimate is not going to fundamentally alter how Jabba works for him. And it's just something that I see as a common mistake with players. As players get to like the mid game, they might make that same mistake, but in a different way, where they speed up a journey because they want to have that journey done. But having that journey done a week early didn't actually fundamentally do anything for them, right? Like there was no GAC lock, there was no TW lock. It's an off week, it's a light week, where using that week to build the materials would have been a more effective use of their time. And that is one of the things that I'm really trying to get Vance to learn with his account, is to think less about what's going on right here in this second and think about how his choices are going to affect his account overall. Okay, good. Now, I was on his account on Sunday during my brunch stream, and we were really struggling because we literally did not have the credits to level his mods, to even just sell his mods, to get the mods that were in his inventory. So that was a very fun experience being in this position. Go. Let's see. We want to see if we have anything good here. Manage mods. We already revealed all secondaries. No speed sell. Get them all up where it needs to be. Low speed. Good. Arrow. Let's level those bitches up. And let's see what we've got, right? We're here. Absorb speed again. I always forget that shifts it. Nothing amazing, But, yeah, see, that's not going to help me here. No, we want the protection. Anything better here, though? That would be great. Offense, protection. No. Well, I'm going to switch that over just because I'd rather him have protection. But if we could find a protection mod. Health. Okay. Nothing great. I mean, this is not a bad mod. Right, of course. Why would we expect any less? We have made some shifts to what we're going for here. His guild has kind of demanded that he go for Bo-Katan. So we've shifted over the Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis requirements over to to Beskar, what's her name, Bo-Katan. I never do these Grogu battles because to me, this punishing one is more important, and Vance can do his own IG 12 battles. He is a big boy. I don't think he has been doing enough of them, though, just because of how low he is right now, and it's been a few days. And he has been given instructions by me that once we have Jabba at relics, we are going to halt all other relic progress. And we're going to go for the MK6. And the reason we're going to go for the MK6, I don't want to actually get that right now, is so that we have a more effective executor fleet for taking out other executors. So we saw, Vance has been playing for years and years. He wasn't in his top 50 for fleet. He wasn't getting fleet crystals. We have got him into the top 50. I've only done that first set of battles, so nobody's bumping him out of that, which has been just really exceedingly nice. He actually probably can't even do this. That's such a well, it doesn't matter. It's just ridiculous. But it has been nice because it is an extra 50 crystals every day that goes into his account. Yeah. Get him more stuff, more gear. All right, let's see. Have any mods that are glaring omissions? Let's go by speed, actually. Is there a mod speed thing? I can't remember. No, just speed. Like Chewbacca to have a mod here. We're gonna have to remember tomorrow to get some tenacity mods. That seems to be the hard thing for me, is there's just so many things that he needs that you end up just being in a, like, what is this? You end up being in a position where you every day have to make some strange choice that you never really thought that you would have to make. Let's see. Sassy. Karth is karthmods.gg. No, he's crit chance. What I've been trying to do is just, I think I said this on another stream, is just put arrows on the characters so that I can signal what I am looking for that character specifically. Mods. Health and speed. Okay, Rose Tico. And since we have been doing a ton of getting these mods, we might as well place them on somebody. Now, oh, maybe a health one, right? Do I have any health ones with speed? Yes, I do. Are these characters super useful characters that I'm doing right now? Absolutely not. They aren't. But, you know, they are mods that will otherwise go to waste. And I want to make sure that they do not go to waste. Right? Instead of selling things. Mods, Captain Rex. There we go. Let's actually see with Captain Rex. Crit damage. Do I have any crit damage? Ooh. Oh, no, not this. What is this? Alright, we'll give him crit damage. Give him potency. Let's sort by speed and go back. Realize that it wasn't already sorting by speed. Right, now he has a usable. We have a usable Captain Rex, which is nice. Not that his other characters that would be used there are going to have anything on them. Chirrut. You see how much of a chore this is to kind of just have to randomly get in through things. Let's see if we can get one more on here. BB-8, I think, needs speed, right? All right, BB-8 speed, perfect. So our goal, my hope, hope against hopes, is that we can get his Jabba in a serviceable position before Smuggler's Run 2 comes back around. That would be lovely. I know I'm going to have to log in and do it for him, but it would be really, really nice if we were in a position where we can get those mod materials for free. I am, before we finish up here, going to just pull Vaanced's mod score, and we're going to see where we're at right now. Mod score, ally code. I will remind you that when we first started this with Vaanced, his mod score was a 0.95. Right, so let's actually pull it up so you can see it. This was his original mod score. Okay, 0.95 and a 1.44 for his top 110. Hot util is 1.04. We got that up to, I think, a 1.28 as of, I guess, yesterday, because it's not taking into account what we just did. We have his Omega score up to a 1.42, his Omega top 110 to a 2.2, and his hot utils to a 1.36. So we have been making progress. I am happy with the progress we're seeing. I know he's been learning from the things that I've been talking about, because he does message me about them. Again, our goal right now is to prioritize getting this Executor 1 to 7 stars. No, Vance, please do not speed that up when the Executor comes around. We don't. It's not going to help us until we have the other pieces of the puzzle anyway. To be able to get Bo-Katan Mandalore so that his guild doesn't boot him. I know he's been shopping around to literally every guild thinking he can get into Maw or Caw, but it's not going to happen. And then I really would like for him to go for Jedi Master Luke, but that was a ridiculous fight on Discord about how much he hates Jedi Master Luke and just how he'll never farm him ever. which reminds me of my third graders who sit in computer class talking about how Disney ruined Star Wars. And you may agree with those third graders, but the hilarious notion is that those third graders have never lived in a world without Disney Star Wars. Every Star Wars show that they have ever watched has been Disney Star Wars. In fact, on Monday, they were in computer class talking about it again, and one of the kids was like, Disney ruined Star Wars. Disney has done nothing good for Star Wars except, and this is his words, not mine, except I really liked The Mandalorian, and I really liked Book of Boba Fett, and I really liked Rogue One, and I really liked Andor, and I really liked Ahsoka, and like, come on, kid. You've just named like half of Disney's Star Wars shows, and you're telling me that they've ruined Star Wars for you. But that's neither here nor there because you all know my feelings on that. This is Vaanced's account. This is what we are dealing with and working with. The progress is there. We are making strides, which does make me happy. And one day he will be top #1 player. So with that said, peace out.